Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Today, I am here with the dream. In this dream, I was hanging out with a friend with this guy, and we ended up at one of his friends' wedding, and I am basically taking pictures. Um, it's kind of like she asked me to take pictures, but at the same time, I wanted to take pictures. It was a very beautiful wedding, and I ended up needing to get closer, and he was basically going about, and he was kind of assisting me with what I was doing. Okay, and he went and asked them if I could get closer to get better pictures. um the scripture comes from Obadiah. Hold on, is this 11? Obadiah 1 and 12. You should not gloat over your brother in the day of his misfortune, nor rejoice over the people of Judah in the day of their destruction, nor boast so much in the day of their trouble. You should not march through the gates of my people in the day of their disaster, nor gloat over them in their calamity in the day of their disaster, nor seize their wealth in the day of their disaster. You should not wait at the crossroads to cut down their fugitives, nor hand over their survivors in the day of their trouble. The day of the Lord is near. As you have done, it will be done to you. Your deeds will return upon your own head. So here's the message, okay? So in this dream, it's kind of like, and I was like thinking this, okay, before God was like, speaking, I'm thinking about the dream, and I'm praying to him about the dream. And it's basically like, in this dream, I was not the main attraction. It was not my wedding. And I knew I was not the bride. I was someone that was a bystander. I wasn't even someone that was the family of the bride or the groom. I was there with a friend of mine, okay? Whom I see as God, okay? And I'm basically just taking pictures. I'm not even someone that was hired to take pictures. That it's not even like, it is literally just me being a bystander watching someone else in their moment, okay? And I just feel like the message that God is saying, regardless of what kind of moment other people are having around you, it is not good for you to gloat in that moment. It doesn't matter if they are having a bad day or a good day. It is not good to try to take over. Just like in this dream, like I said, I wasn't the bride, and I wasn't someone that was specifically asked to take pictures. I was just taking pictures because I thought the wedding was beautiful. I was very polite about it. I myself didn't even feel comfortable. Like, my God was like, why don't you get closer so you can get better pictures? And I was like, I don't know about that, because I don't know them. These your people. And I was like, I'm not trying to impose, and I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like God is saying, this is a warning for someone. Okay, this is a warning, and this may have already happened. Like, this may be a situation where someone, you are wondering why you are receiving backlash, or you're wondering why things are happening the way that it did. Maybe there's a situation where someone had a bad day. It may be a situation where someone like, they may have lost their temper, or they may have had a bad day, or they may have had a day where things were not, it just wasn't their day. And this is someone that once they saw that, they got excited, and they were excited to see that this person was having a bad day. They gloated in the fact that this person's day was not going very well. They went around and talked about it, and they skipped, and they, look, this is what happened, and this happened, and such, they did this, and then they did that, and then they did this. God is saying it is not good to do these things, because then the backlash, as you have done, it will be done to you. Your deeds will return upon your own head. So this is somebody, I just feel like you had like this, you it regardless if it is you had a bad day, and then somebody went around talking about how you had a bad day, or you had a good day, regardless of what it is, and somebody was trying to take over. Maybe you were having some kind of celebration, or you were trying to do something nice for someone else, or you were just doing something nice to celebrate yourself, and you feel like somebody came and they imposed, or they tried to take over, and they were trying to make it about them. God is saying that whoever did this to you, they are going to receive what they have done it to you, okay? When they have a bad day, because we all have bad days. Let's tell the truth. We all have bad days. Nobody is going to get to slide through life without ever having at least one bad day. That God is saying, when this person has a bad day, the same way they went about running and racing and skipping and jumping and screaming from the mountaintops about your bad day, is going to happen to them. And it don't mean it's going to happen through you. Somebody is going to go about and they are going to proclaim. And this is something, once again, just like it says in the scripture, this is not something that you should be excited about. This is not something you should be happy about, because it didn't feel good when they did it to you. But God is saying that this is their just due for what they did to you. And for someone, it was a situation where you had a celebration. Regardless if you had a wedding or you had a party, you were doing something. And this person, they were basically imposing on what you were doing. They wanted to take over. They wanted it to be about them. They wanted it to be about what they had going on. They wanted to come in the front, and they wanted to be in the pictures. And then they wanted to be the one to cut the cake. And they had to be the one to get the first dance. And they had to be the one to choose the music. They went and they just absolutely took over what you had going on. God says when it comes time for them to have a celebration, the same thing that they did to you is going to happen to them. When it comes time, when it is their turn, when it is their turn, when it is their turn. What goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. What comes around goes around. What goes around comes around. God said exactly what they did to you is going to happen to them. And that's just what it is. And it's like I truly feel like this is not a situation, like this is a situation where somebody truly was kind of like you felt awkward about it. You felt it was weird that whatever happened, like whatever happened to you, you could not find understanding as to why this person took over and why this person was behaving the way they were. Regardless if this is just natural for them, they just a gossip, and they only like to gossip about people having bad days, and you had a bad day and you just happen to be on their list. Or if it's a situation where this person is they like attention being on them, okay? And they like everything to be about them. And because they like everything to be about them and they like having attention on them, they just took over. God is saying that there's going to come a time when they are going to want all the attention to be on them, and it will really be where the attention should be on them. It will really be a situation where everything should be about them, and everything is going to be about you, or be about somebody else, or there's going to be someone that is going to take over. Okay? And this is not, I'm also add for anybody, this is not somebody that naturally, like they're just naturally like that. Okay? And what do I mean naturally like that? A gossip, somebody that wants to go around and proclaim bad things about people, that's not natural. This is not like it could be a person that likes to talk, or that is a talkative person. This is something that is natural, but it is not natural for someone to only talk about bad things happening to other people. Okay, somebody that just like they have a light within them, because there are just some people that when they walk into a room, all eyes on them. They don't try, they don't put forth effort. They could even sit in the back in the corner and be quiet the entire time, and everybody is still gonna be looking at them, and everybody is still gonna, like, attention is just gonna draw towards them. That is not what I'm talking about. This is talking about someone deliberately. You should not gloat over your brother in this day, in the day of his misfortune, nor rejoice over the people of Judah in the day of their destruction, nor boast so much in the day of their trouble. This is about somebody deliberately. This is deliberate. This is on purpose. This is somebody purposely getting excited about something bad happening to somebody else. This is somebody getting excited. They know that they going to a wedding, and they know that there's going to be a bride at this wedding, and that it is not them. But however, they decide they gonna show up and show out. And they got bling shoes, bling purse, jewels encrusted on their dress. Their hair has to be just, and everything, like how I got my crowns in my hair, and they just all out. And then when they get there, they loud. They gotta walk down. They come extra late so everybody can see them, and it look like they was supposed to be in the wedding. And they gotta be up close by the bride. They, every time a camera's flashing, they racing over to get in the picture. This is somebody that is out of control. Out of control. And once again, it's not that this is not a natural thing. This is not natural, because I know, me personally, I like wearing bling stuff. But at the same time, I'm not wearing bling stuff every single day. Okay. I'm not like trying to sparkle and outshine, especially if it's somebody else. If somebody else got something going on, I kind of try to stay, I kind of trying to chill. And I may be in the back somewhere. I may be, kind of quiet. But it's like, I just feel like this is somebody that is imposing. This person imposed. This person imposed. This person took over. They took over some kind of event. They took over. It was something that somebody had going on. And this person came and they just completely. And I just feel like, for somebody, they ruined it for you. They ruined it. They ruined your wedding. They ruined your celebration. They ruined your birthday. They ruined it. They knew what was going on, and they knew it was about you. And instead of them congratulating you and making you feel happy and making you feel as if you were, the princess for the day, or the king for the day, or the queen for the day, whatever you know what I'm saying? They made you feel as though it wasn't even about you. Once again, this is something that was done deliberate. This is not an accident where they was just brought to the party and they had no idea what was going on. This is not a situation where this is not natural. Okay, and I have to say that because I don't want anybody to get confused, okay? Because I know how I am. And me, if somebody is just telling me, come on, we finna go here, come on, we finna do this, we finna go out to eat, and then I get there and it's a birthday party, but I didn't know it was a birthday party, I can't help it if I got dressed up. I thought I was just going out to eat, okay? And I just feel like, to get rid of any confusion, you cannot don't go down in the comment section talking about such and such showed up and they did this, that, and the third. Now, if you didn't tell such and such that it was your birthday, you cannot get mad at such and such for coming and just being themselves, okay? But if it's a situation where they knew it was your birthday, they knew it was your wedding, and they showed up and they acted a complete fool. They insisted on taking over what you had going on. They showed up and they just showed out. And they made you feel as though you were not as important, and it's not fair. If it's a situation, you had a bad day, and you may have like you may have gotten a sister, you may have gotten an argument, or you got in a little scuffle, or you know what I'm saying, you just like you whatever happened, and somebody they going around proclaiming to everybody, oh, you know such and such did this, you know such and such and such. And you know good and well, they know good and well, you're not going around fighting people every day. It's not like every day you wake up and choose violence. You don't wake up and as soon as your feet hit the floor, you looking for somebody to argue with. This is not normal for you. You just had a bad day. But let them tell it, that's you every day. That's how you always going. That's what you always doing. God says on their day of calamity, they should not be shocked or appalled if the same thing happens to them. They should not be shocked or appalled if something like this happens to them. If it's a situation, somebody you end up in trouble, or you end up away, you go on a vacation, or you leave, and then because you not there, you're not presently there, there's somebody or some persons breaking into your house, stealing your stuff, or they going through your stuff and they taking stuff. Like a husband cheating on a wife while the wife is away and the mistress going through all her stuff and taking stuff and stealing stuff. She better not be shocked or appalled when she finds that her things are now missing. She better not be shocked or appalled when her day of calamity comes and somebody does the same thing to her. God said what goes around comes around. 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 And whatever you do is going to come back to you. That's the message. That's the message. God said, whatever you do, whatever you do, whatever you do, that whatever you do, if you found yourself being a mistress to a man and he got married and you decided to destroy that man's marriage, and then now that their marriage is over, he decides that he gonna go ahead and settle and marry you, and now all of a sudden you think everything good and he starts cheating on you, don't be shocked, don't be appalled, because what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. What goes around goes around. What goes around goes around. God said, don't be shocked and appalled when what you did to somebody else slaps you in the face. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.